Are you ready for music? Then you're ready for DJ Joker.
Yo, what up? It's Sunday evening. Sunday again already. It's almost like a whole week's gone by. I don't know what happened. It was Sunday a minute ago, and I said cheerio, Maz, and Maz said cheerio. See you next week. I kind of slept, got back up, came in, and went. It's Sunday again. It's like Groundhog Day, but in a good way.
In a good way, yes. And you know, the longer you live, the faster it goes.
That's literally what this week did.
Lucky. Well, if it was a good week, I'm sorry. If it was a bad week, happy you.
Well, it was going okay, and then our mate Boris came on yesterday.
Oh. See, I'm totally detached from all that kind of.
Well, so was I. So was I. And then he went, noises, there, R8, COVID, things, stuff. People will die, as he does in his kind of Churchillian way that he talks.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's Churchill's buried in there some way.
He wrote a book about him. I think it was like, I Love Churchill. I think that's literally what he wrote. Yeah, so true story. That's actually probably one of his things that he did. Anyway, so as of Thursday of this week, great news, everyone, we're locking down again.
Wow, I just got news from us that I even talked to them about that, and they're all locked down too. Like, nobody could go anywhere, nobody could do anything. He's been off work until maybe, to quote him directly, he said maybe December.
Yeah, well, that's what we've got now. We've got November. Well, we haven't got November off. Some of us have to work. If you're in certain industries or you do certain jobs, then you are permitted to work.
So DJs are permitted to work. That is so awesome, DJ Joker. I'm absolutely amazed.
Well, it did say no mixing in your household. Now, I'm hoping that he's referring to the bedroom Facebook DJs, because they shouldn't be allowed to mix at all. There should be a test. There should be an exam that says, right, okay, you think you're a DJ, but actually you're in your kitchen. Okay, that doesn't count. If you're in your kitchen mixing, no, you're not a DJ. You're some bloke who's playing music in your kitchen. Yeah, it's true though, isn't it? I'm sorry, I've talked about this before. There are some guys who really try hard, and there are other guys who just really don't even get the sound right. Nothing's bang on. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. So when I read the rules and it says there's no mixing allowed in any two households, I think, yep, that's two bedroom DJs dead.
What an eloquent way to put that law.
Is the distorted microphone, people.
Oh, Neil, can you please take that out of my ear?
Oh, wow. So yeah, it's Sunday night. You know the score. DJ Joker and my very good friend Mazanga von Badman talking nonsense, and every now and again we play music, which is what we opened up the show with. That's a noise you heard. That's music.
More than enough for now.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good though. It's all good. So we are on right up until 9 p.m, which is when we turn into pumpkins and disappear. Which talking of pumpkins, it was Halloween yesterday as well. That was awesome. We literally had like
those jack-o'-lanterns that you said your daughter carved. Pretty cool.
Really cool, in fact. I sent one of them to a friend of mine who's a big James Bond fan, and I thought he'll appreciate the Sean Connery carving that we had. And he said, no, she didn't. She didn't do that. So I had to take a picture of said pumpkin with myself, just to prove that actually, yes, she did. So, yes.
I would change your friend. Get a new friend.
And then he said, I was only messing. And he was like, no, you weren't. You didn't believe me.
Oh, you were, exactly. Busted. Busted. We know what you think.
Yeah. So, you were wrong. I was right. No. You know, usual thing.
I think that was pretty awesome, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I'm sure it took her quite a bit of time because it was like really nicely done.
No, do you know what? Do you know what's really annoying? It probably took her about an hour. It's just one of those that she just went, I'm doing that, and off. It came about. We had 3 pumpkins. 2 of them were being, scary face pumpkins, and I said, you should do one of Sean Connery, given the news that Sean has sadly passed away.
Yes, I understood the relevance only after a telephone call from Junior.
The first conversation went, who's Sean Connery? So she almost didn't get as far as carving
dude,
any pumpkins.
That's your fault, okay? Because Junior knows who Sean Connery is.
Well, yes, everyone should know who Sean Connery is.
Especially Pushy.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
He did
favorite.
quite a bit of good work.
My favorite quote, though, I've got to be honest with you, is from the first Bond film that he's in, and he gives it the old "You expect me to talk," and then the villain, who I can never remember who the villain actually is, but it's literally
Really never matters though.
no, but it's like no, Mr. Bond, we expect you to die.
Hi. Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember that. that was so funny.
It is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to go to second cam and just see if I can. There you go. That's what
there
happened.
you go. That I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's totally cool. That is absolutely cool. Very good.
It's
Very
all right,
good.
isn't it? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. There is a moment where you just kind of go, really? Where did that talent come from?
Well, it's round, and it kind of made funny noises when it was alive. She's a DJ.
But and then yeah, these were the other scary ones which were also put up as well. So there you go.
I hope at least you'll honor those pumpkins by either like making pumpkin soup or pumpkin pie and good stuff like that. 'Cause
Exactly.
Pumpkin's really good, man.
Yeah.
I love pumpkin.
Yeah, so it's we never get to be able to eat all of it, but there you go. So yeah, so that was Halloween. That's us caught up on Halloween. We had the Amazon man knock on the door. He almost got given a bag of sweets. I thought he was a trick or treater first of all, and then he handed me a parcel.
Just as Amazon. Oh, that was funny. Oh, and I got that without being. Why would you do that to an Amazon guy?
Yeah, it's like ding dong, and I'm literally behind the door getting a little bag of sweets ready for the little kids, you know. And he opens up the door and there's this full-grown man there trying to pass me a parcel. It's like, oh, okay.
You should have given him some anyway. It's a good costume.
Yeah. Oh, you've dressed up as the Amazon man.
Yeah, right. There's only one. Tam's she shared our post. That's very nice. Well, thank you, Tam.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so very much. We are so very, very happy with that. Thank you. I don't know what that voice was. I don't know where that came from.
That was pretty interesting. We could work on that, you know.
I've been watching some darts lately. Michael Van Gerwen has this thing where his tongue is too big in his mouth when he's talking. I think it's a bit of him.
I get it. Sometimes that happens to me when you're again like you're listening to somebody talk a lot, and then you're like, I sound like him. Yeah. Well, I mean, I watch audits or some guy, or you get used to the voice, and sometimes you hear yourself saying a certain way all of a sudden, just to be amusing. It happens.
Do you find with let me ask you a kind of family related question now then. So Junior comes in and he says something, and that's you actually talking, but you can hear he's saying what you would have said. Am I making sense here?
Listen, he does that quite often. And it's really funny.
I had it the other day. One of mine came up with one of my, I'm going to call it a catchphrase, came up with one of my catchphrases. And I didn't say anything, but there was this moment of, yeah, I know exactly where you got that from.
But see, the question is the recognition of
my mind. Sometimes I get real high. Sometimes I wanna raise my hand. Sometimes I wanna do my dance. Sometimes I need to free my mind. Sometimes I get real high. Sometimes I wanna lose control. Sometimes the beat touch my soul. Sometimes I wanna raise my hand. Sometimes I wanna do my dance. Sometimes I wanna lose control. Sometimes the beat touch my soul. Sometimes I wanna raise my hand. Sometimes I wanna do my dance. Sometimes I wanna raise my hand. Sometimes I wanna do my dance.
Dude.
Welcome to part 2 of our wonderful video this evening. Obviously, part
Yes,
1 was so awesome that the computer melted.
I gotta share again on internet. Unless just got a warning, something that.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, the copyright people are out.
Oh, not yet, not yet. It scared me because, you know, like, man, we just started again.
Maybe just you put out the disclaimer that there are no copyright materials in here, Mr. Sony. You're wrong. You're mistaken.
Yeah. I see you've already visited the chat box.
I have, Mr. Camo Pants.
All right, sweet, cool. So that's the working one, and away we go reposting.
And away we go.
In the Batmobile. I think today you were along for the ride. You would have thoroughly enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah.
And, like, been into it totally.
It sounds like you had a lot of fun speaking
Well, yeah, it was like a really well-rounded, good, constructive discussion, and also, you know, that he has a new vinyl and a whole bunch of interesting stuff that, you know, maybe we should find ourselves to help out with in our own little way. And he's like totally into it. He's, yeah, sure. And I mean, I've been playing his music since forever, and he sent me like a bunch of exclusive stuff that's not even on the internet to play. So,
wow.
Very, very awesome, dude. My brother from another
I
mother.
always like that. I always like the exclusivity. I can't say it. The exclusivity of it all. There we go.
This is like serious exclusive, not like ha ha he, you know, we're just like messing around. This guy, he's serious. You know, he's a musician and he's a producer. I mean, he's very skilled. So not only that, I think you and him would have an interesting conversation. Just let's say, because I do know that you do like, you know, your amount of funk in the music, and you do have your certain genres that you like and stuff like that, and you do remix and you do enjoy, and now something different. So to throw in a little bit of Monty Python, and you will have the best time. It was awesome just talking to him. I can't think of like you, me, and him together talking about music and playing and, you know, how it developed and, you know, the technical stuff that you like to do so well.
That I like to talk about. Yes, E sharp. That's my favorite mixing key.
E sharp.
How about you? I mean, do you mix in with a C minor and then move into your sharp mixes, or do you just keep it all in the same key? It's always an interesting conversation, that one.
Yeah, I've always been through the opera, and as a baritone, B flat is what you use in the bathroom, and that will absolutely rock your world. So, and I mean, if we're talking music, we could put it out there. B flat is what you want in the bathroom.
Was it, there's a joke about a bee being run over, and it's not very musical, but he got run over by a steamroller, and now he's B flat. Yeah, that's the joke, as I recall it anyway.
Really, as I was told from the person who did not invent it.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to play some music for a bit. Let these people listen to the music. Then we're going to come back and complain about Sony blocking us, and then we'll continue with more talk.
for music? Then you're ready for DJ Joker.
Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. There's dancing behind movie scenes, behind the movie scene. Sadi Rani, she's the one that keeps the dream alive. From the morning past the evening to the end of the light. Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. And dancing behind movie scenes, behind those movie screens. Asher Bartley, she's the one that keeps the dream alive. From the morning past the evening to the end of the light. Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Mine's on the 45. Illuminate the main streets and the cinema aisles. We don't care about no government warning about that promotion of the civil life of the dams they're building. Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Well, it's a Graham Fulu Asher on the 45. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Mine's on the 45. Mohammed Rafi, 45. Lata Mangeshkar, 45. Solid State Radio, 45. Ferguson Mono, 45. Bon Public, 45. 2-in-1s, 45. Argo Records, 45. Trojan Records, 45. Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie, the heavy hitters and the Chi-Chi music. Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie, the heavy hitters and the Chi-Chi music. Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie, Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie, Jack Dutronc and the Jack Dutronc and the Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie, the heavy hitters and the Chi-Chi music. Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie, the heavy hitters and the Chi-Chi music. Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie, the heavy hitters and the Chi-Chi music. Jack Dutronc and the Bowling Boogie. Graham Fulu on me. 45. Real food that you're on me. 45. Well, it's a real food that you're on me. 45. Everybody needs a pussy for glow. Everybody needs a pussy. Everybody needs a pussy for glow. Everybody needs a pussy. Everybody needs a pussy for glow. Everybody needs a pussy. Everybody needs a pussy for glow. Everybody needs a pussy. And singing and dancing and singing and dancing and singing and dancing and singing and dancing 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 and get my long RPM.
I've just been thinking, actually, just thinking about the second lockdown, and they're calling it Lockdown 2. If this was like an outdoor rave event, we'd literally be going, hey man, you going to Lockdown 2? I'm going to Lockdown 2 because Lockdown 1 was absolutely awesome.
But I was even thinking of like, what would the production value be of a compilation album called Lockdown and Lockdown 2 kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like what kind of music would be on it?
Everything by Sony. Every track by Sony.
You know what? That just brought up a really good subject. And are we live?
We are live. We are live right now on copyradio.net. You can leave a message for us over on Discord and Facebook and all the other places that we are. So yes, an extra question. We are live.
All the buttons on the webpage. Wherever you want to go, all the buttons, copyradio.net. So,
boom.
I saw this DJ yesterday that plays these magical electronic little keyboard boxes, and there's always one knob that he favorites, you know. And I mean, the equipment was absolutely insane, and it was like all in one kind of thingy, and with a dial, and you select, and you get a little wave. But I noticed that you could see it, and he gave a song list. Not only he gave a song list, the companies were listed below that this song belongs to da-da-da-da, and this song belongs. I was wondering if we did the same playlist, would we get banned?
Wow.
Because actually, he didn't. Let's see, I put thought into watching videos even. You get what I'm saying? Everything's for the show. I live for the show, goddammit. I had a heart attack for the show, just for the ratings.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit overkill. You didn't have to do that. Putting yourself at great personal safety. But yes.
Edit that fucking movie. I gotta, wow. And half the footage I haven't even watched. It's like the second hospital with like these awesome nurses that were like digging on the bad man. It was like ridiculous.
Well, most of it is you know, you going. So it's not very entertaining.
In the beginning, in 1963, we could start that way. Yeah. But I mean, there were some pretty awesome people. I just gotta, cause some of it like I can't watch because it makes my chest hurt.
Yeah.
But other parts of it are like, oh man, I gotta sit and subtitle this, you know. and sometimes I don't hear exactly, so I'm like, Junior, what the fuck did she say? And Junior's, yeah, I mean, he's busy working, he got a girlfriend, he's a busy young man, you know. So
yeah.
But I was wondering about that playlist because You could see his video. He did a mix. He even did a 45-minute party mix kind of thing with the whole playlist. I'm sure you could do all those songs easily in 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I just wonder, like, what the hell is up with all this copyright stuff? And that's all I would.
It's down to this. It's whether they like you or not. It's simple as that. You know, one of the greatest lessons in life is it's not how good you are, it's who you know or who you're sleeping with. That's the rules. Those are the rules.
Well, you see, in New Yorkese, it would be either who you're knowing or who you're blowing. So yeah.
See, it's a universal truth.
It is. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately it is, yes.
The universal truth.
I don't know nobody, and I don't do that kind of shit.
And there you go. That's both of our problems right there.
Exactly. I don't know you well enough. At least buy me a drink first, God damn it.
Yes, absolutely. So on the back of Purple Disco Machine and Body Move, this is Blondie. It's the Rapture track, and it's the Rhythm Scholar mix, because Maz introduced me to this a few weeks back. So check this out for a few minutes, and we'll be back on the other side.
You'll know what I'm talking about.
Sure shot. Sure shot. Sure shot. Sure shot. Sure shot. What you wanna be.
What you need that for?
Now you only dog.
What do we do now?
Okay, I'll do it one more try.
Come back anytime.
Dancing very close, bodies leaving all the
listening to DJ Joker in the mix.
Let me give you a plug, sweet lips, while I'm on the air. Now bend over my body and rub your fingers through my hair. Your mouth run like water, a very beautiful sight. Now put on my favorite group, they call themselves Delight. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Never ever have I seen an earth girl quite like you. You excite my receptors and make my electrodes through. With an overpowering magnetic field, I wish to satisfy your dreams. And with that enormous rhythm pulsating, girl, you've got to scream. Yeah. Rap on, baby. Check it out. Ain't it funky now?
Something lurks in this torso. Heart got a deal you wanna know. Delightful, truly delightful. Like making it, doing it, especially at a show. Feel like kinda high like a Hendrix haze. Music makes motion moves like a maze. All inside of me, heart especially. Hope of a rhythm where I wanna be. Flowing, glowing with electric eyes. You dip to the dive, baby, you'll realize. Baby, you'll see the funk inside of me. Baby, you'll see that rhythm is the key. Get witty, witty, can't think, quit it. Stomp on a stoop when I hear a funk loop. Playing Pop Piper, follow Hood's troop. Baby, just sing about the groove.
Sing it. Check it out. Ain't it funky now? Check it out. Ain't it funky now?
Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the
Hey, guess what I've just seen. Guess what I've just seen. You'll like this. You'll like this. On Thursday, the 5th of November, there's going to be a psychic readings event, and somebody tagged it with, "Well, they didn't see that coming, did they? Because of course we'll be on lockdown, so there will be no events." No, 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 no.
Like reading. Wah, 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 wah.
Our good friend Gav was live the other evening on Friday, I think it was. Yeah, Friday.
I
So
think just scared of Sundays because he knows we're like hunting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, well, I went in and listened to him for a few moments whilst he sat there in his underwear. The guy's so professional, I must say. He's on a completely different level too. Can you imagine if I turned up in my wife runs and started smoking a fag and doing this show? It would be very entertaining, but it's just not professional.
Dude, I gotta say that, listen, between you and me, I know that absolutely nobody is listening, but I sit around in my underwear, except today I was working outside and I got really busy.
See,
I
well
still have
done.
my sunflower camo on.
Well,
Otherwise, I would be in my underwear smoking I would be smoking a joint. I don't smoke gay people.
That's just wrong. Drugs are bad, kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
So I dropped in and you know, expecting some kind of I'm channeling John from the other side type conversation, but instead what we got was so I went down to Southend-on-Sea with the kids, and we went down to the beach for a couple of days, and that was nice, and we saw some seagulls, and I just kind of, what are you doing? Where's the dead people talking through you?
Yeah. Yeah, the seagull that once was a mariner that's locked in the seagull's body because he loved his tipple. I don't, you know, those people, again, though, he would be one of the valueless people who doesn't take anything seriously, you know what I mean? No, dude, come on, man. I mean, you know, I would have respect if he had like a good stick or something like that, or he had a really good artistic talent to like, you know, pull rabbits out of his ass or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, if he said, Maz, I know you're thinking of the number 7 right now. And
Shit, how did you know?
And also your
That's my
favorite
favorite
color.
number.
Your favorite color is green. But not today. Today it's yellow.
No, it's always green. Always green. Like, if I could have everything like in green, I would. My sheets are green. You know what the cool thing about green is? You could like take your bed sheet and use it as a backdrop and chroma key it, and you could be anywhere. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna like take a picture of the ocean, set up a green sheet in back of me, and then you could chroma key the ocean right in back of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I am aware that we can do that. That's actually a possibility thing in everything.
Yeah, and it's so simple. You know?
But you know, we just don't
you
do
don't
it.
even need it because you just got an awesome set with them guitars and all them records and all the cool stuff. And all the flashes. Look at you! Look at you!
There we go. That's the
There
angle.
you go.
You kind of want that angle, but now the camera's just going to fall down. Look, it's dead. I've broken it.
You and your cameras.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. There we go.
We should. I mean, I have a Patreon thingy, but nothing's ever done on it because I don't know what to do with that shit. And I'm not going to put my social security number into anything on the internet.
No.
So that's absolutely ridiculous.
Of course, people won't know, will they? But obviously, when we went off air earlier, I was actually playing a little song and just to kill some time.
Yeah. But it was really cool. Tenacious.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a D in there somewhere.
He's a Tenacious, I think.
Yes. He's just on a version of jump to the left. The Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, yeah.
Very well done. Really well done. I mean, I'm not just saying it. I mean, because fan
no,
of that.
dude, they got mad skills. Seriously.
But yeah, Jack Black just belts it out, and he's having fun with it. That's what I like about Jack. He has fun with it.
He enjoys his music. But again, you don't know if it's like, well, you know what? See, I've known so many musicians and actors and stuff like that they pretend really well.
Well, yes.
To be honest.
True.
They are the great pretender. Ooh, well, exactly. If you think about the lyrics, yeah. But you really never know if they're the truth. truth. I mean, it can all be the act, and then he goes back and picks his dog, or you know, I'm just saying, I've never trusted people that do that, because even when I was doing my acting and the all that other stuff.
Here we go. I was an actor, you know. I was a thespian.
I'm a lesbian too. Wow, we have something in common. No, but even through that, there would be people that, I mean, you would kind of be scared of. As like, are you really real? Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Like, on and off, like a switch. It's like psychopathic tendencies. You could call it like that. Narcissistic psychopath.
Do you know,
What?
it's funny though, because
weird.
I've always thought about doing that. I've also, maybe I'll go and join my local Amdram society or something, you know, and become an actor, just for
You
the
do
sheer
better
hell
on
of
the
it.
radio. Nah, you do better on the radio. Do another show a week. You know what I mean? But you're, again, like, you're in for a world of disillusionment, hurt, and boredom. You know what I mean?
What you say
Be
that?
an actor.
I remember being in a school pantomime in my final year of school, and I was actually the dame. I was the comic relief. I may have told you this before. I can't remember if I've told you this or not.
Something sounds familiar, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay, so there's several punchlines in this, but the first thing is that it wasn't your usual pantomime. It wasn't like Peter Pan or, you know, I don't know what else is on it, Aladdin, that kind of stuff. It was nothing like that. The title was Santa in Space.
Oh, oh, oh.
And basically, the premise of this was that Santa was in space. I mean, that's pretty much the whole premise.
And they made you do this, or this was your idea?
No, this was my idea. No, somebody wrote this. I didn't write this. Anyway, they needed a dame, and so I was the one who was completely made up into this fat bird, and they called me Dame Dangle. That was the name, and I rocked for 3 nights.
Oh, listen, I'm sure you did. That's not even a point. I'm sure you kicked total ass.
There was a
But-
particular scene. I'm going to tell you a story now. There's a particular scene. I always remember it. As part of the scene, you had to get the young kids up from the audience. So you pick 3 kids out, and then basically you had to sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and whatever sign they had up. So, for instance, a duck or a cow or a chicken or whatever it was. Then everyone had to sing along, and the young person had to then hold up their picture of said thing. This is true. This is completely true. I think it was on night 2. On night 2, for some reason, the third little girl had been completely missed out. Someone had jumped in on their lines and it's completely cut off the whole fact that we did that 3 times. So me being the complete professional, I went, oh no, we can't leave now because we haven't finished the song. And the music teacher and her small ensemble of her top grade classmates that she was conducting gave me the look of absolute death at that moment, because I made them pick up the music from in the middle of the thing, which of course they hadn't planned for that. They hadn't planned for me taking over the universe at that moment. But that little girl got to sing about her duck being on the farm, and I always think that somewhere in I helped shape that person's life just by that one moment of act of random kindness. It's a random story, I know, but it's a true story, and those are often the best ones.
Come on, you're kidding me. I know it's a random story. Who gives a shit? That was fucking awesome. You know what? That reminds me about, like, we were talking about something, and all of a sudden it spun into when you used to volunteer when you were a kid at the paramedics, and the dirt bike that overshot the ramp, and you were Superman and you helped save the day and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's that is radio, man. And this is why I'm telling you, you would have absolutely loved the crap out of a 3-hour conversation I had with Asal. I mean, dude, I felt so bad that you weren't there. seriously. 'Cause
Quite
you
right.
would have had a ball. Well, you were having a nice pizza, but I can understand that. Everybody had pizza today except me. Shit.
Yeah. No, I didn't have pizza today. I had beef today. Pizza was in the week.
Oh, yeah, pizza.
Beef.
Yes, that beef 8-hour.
Slow roast in the old slow cooker.
Yeah. Thank you. I really needed that right now.
It just fell apart. It just fell apart.
Oh.
It was glorious, and with the gravy and
Yeah.
So
You're a lucky man, Mr. Joker superhero of
So
mine.
anyway, winding back a little bit though, that's why I think, in actual fact, although yes, you're right, I have got a face for radio. They have ugly people on the TV. There are ugly people in acting things. What are they called? Plays and theatre productions. I mean, the Hunchback of Notre Dame wasn't known for his looks, was he?
There you go. But that's like you gotta have a home. You can't fake it. You know what I'm saying?
You've got to bring your own hump.
You can bring your own hump. Yeah, exactly. We don't supply hump. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, face for radio. Yeah, I can understand a face for radio. I did that before.
Well, you've certainly got the pants for radio, haven't you? I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know, these are like the ones that I don't like. The ones that I do like are like they split very easily because they're extremely thin because it gets really freaking hot out here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one of these days I'll be more than happy to go and get some more. It would make my day actually.
Did
They're awesome.
Did we shout out to Tam, because Tam has let us know that she's listening? So yes, we acknowledge you listening, you poor person.
Van.
We're so sorry.
We got Jack, Jack's a devotee of DJ Cat Food. We also had Janie Houdat. We had Liam also, and that's who I see so far.
It's all good. It's all good. Of course, we need to give extra shout outs to Janie Houdat, because not only has she reached out this week, but she's also sporting the same avatar picture as you on Facebook at the moment.
That you made thinking, ha ha ha, I got him again. I got you, DJ Joker.
Well,
The
did
laugh
you?
is on me.
Did you? I don't think you did. No. You may have rolled with the laughs, but I was the one who introduced the laughs. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course you do, because that's what you do. That's your thing. You're really good at it too.
Tis indeed. And this is why, if you are connected with Maz on Facebook, why he's got a picture of him as a sunflower currently.
I'm a flower. I love it. I'm so proud. You paid 5 minutes of attention to me. I'm seriously honored. And you're a valued friend.
Oh.
How many people would do that for somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was good at that thingy that you know how to do magically with pictures, I would do that more often. But my computer doesn't even know how to install that kind of shit. It's like, huh?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Actually, that is a whole different ball game, admittedly.
Yeah. But I totally admire that, and I just have to say thank you for making me the butt of your jokes.
Well, in that case, then, I'll play you some Michael Jackson in a minute for saying such nice things.
God, it's so nice, man. Let me remember how long this has been going on so I can skip to Michael Jackson. I'll show you, Joker.
2018, I think this joke started, and
right?
I'm still milking it.
Like I told you, man, if I had a thing, if I could save bits, yeah, Michael Jackson would be one of the bits. He would, Michael Jackson. I wouldn't play the music. I'd play you busting on me and a little bit of the song.
Every time.
Yeah, dude, I love it. I love it.
And then in particular, that time that you told me that you hated him, but you'd actually just played a mashup on your show as well. Which is just.
Hey, there's some things you have to do, but it's like, oh man, not with it though.
Do you know, this is one of the reasons I don't do a Halloween show. It's literally so I don't have to play Thriller.
Just because of that. See, I wouldn't play Thriller. I just use the Vincent Price. You get it? I go Vincent Price on this stuff.
Yeah, the Vincent Price quote.
Yeah.
All across the land.
Exactly. I go into the movies and you take out. It was absolutely awesome. I think he came from Brooklyn, had a Brooklyn accent, and taught him how to speak that kind of English. It's
Really?
like actor English. Yeah, yeah,
It is,
yeah.
it is actor English. There's no doubt about it. The old Hammer films and everything.
Exactly. They wanted to sound educated and maybe European could be.
Where
You
is-
know?
yeah, it's Vincent Price's "Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
Close at hand.
Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood." I love when they made blood and neighborhood rhyme, even though technically they don't rhyme.
They don't, but he kind of tweaks it in the end. He says
does.
your neighborhood
Yes.
kind of thing.
And whomsoever shall be found without the soul for getting down
Down.
must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. And then Michael Jackson says, "I'm gonna feel you tonight." And then Vince picks it back up again and says, I don't know where that came from. "The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of a 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every doom are closing in to seal your doom.
Your doom.
And though you
And
fight to
don't
stay
fight to
alive,
Stay alive.
your body
I know
starts to
this by
shiver.
heart.
For no
I
man
know
mortal
this
can
by heart,
resist the evil of the thriller."
The thriller.
And then he goes, "Ah ha 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 ha," which is a maniacal laugh, according to the lyrics
What?
there.
But I will tell you, in the end, I have like the total recording, and I sent you a mashup that I did with him on it.
Okay.
And it says, "Ooh, that was fun." And the guy says, "Okay, we've had it. Cut." And it says, "All right." And I start the mashup with his ending, "All right."
But
It-
if you want something, the parody of that, you should check out Count Duckula, which is obviously something from
I
the
know
UK.
Count
You know
Duckula.
Count Duckula, do you?
And, I've heard of the Dracula. I wonder if you've heard of Mr. Pickles.
No, that sounds rude. I don't want to know about Mr.
well,
Pickles.
Yes and no, but he's a wonderful dog, and it's absolutely amazing.
That sounds
You
like-
should look into.
Hello, would you like to see Mr. Pickles? Get away from me, you
Dog,
strange
but
man!
he's like he loves mommy. Yes, it's very funny and amusing.
But
And it's a cartoon. It's like, let's say, South Park-ish, but more satanistic and evil and nasty kind of thing.
Tammy's telling. Well, first of all, she said that I'm awesome and talented, so thanks very much for that. But also that Vincent Price also does the intro for Alice Cooper's Black Widow, that I'm not overly familiar with.
Well, I just saw a thing about Alice Cooper, and he has an old Ford that he wanted repaired. And Alice Cooper, like, colors his hair and has fake teeth and looks absolutely... I don't know what the hell he did to himself. Seriously.
I'm gonna go with drugs.
No. You know, surprisingly, Alice Cooper, like, against this image, is like not an alcohol, wasn't into drugs or anything, and that's kind of the irony of the Alice Cooper that people thought they were buying and seeing on stage to who really Alice Cooper is.
That's
A
awesome.
very godly man. It's kind of funny. Like, again, I told you, there's always a juxtaposition of the duality of the singer or the actor or the famous, and and the ego and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I kind of like to pay attention to that.
Interestingly enough, I had a brief online conversation with a cousin of mine who is a drummer in the band. There you go.
Chicks like the drummer and the bassist.
I don't think they like the bassist. That's a lie. Nobody likes the bassist. Even the bassist doesn't like the bassist. Like totally self-loathing people. Anyway, long story short, they've got a band. It's a cool band. It's got a cool name. Can't remember what it's called at the moment, but it has got a cool name. And he put a message up basically saying that he was looking for a female singer And I was like, right, okay, well, I don't know any female singers, but send me across your track list because I'm just curious as to what's in your track list. And he sent me this handwritten picture, and it's just classic band mentality. If you said to me, Joker, send me your track list for this evening, then you'd have a kind of Word document, text document, something that's easy to do. But in classic band style, it's written on an A4 piece of paper.
A napkin, lipstick on a napkin, or on a mirror with a picture taken of it.
It's not far off. Oh, hello, I've lost my thing. Where's the thing? You know why that's not working. I haven't turned it back on since we've gone back on air.
The problems of having 3 computers. You get it? This is the funny part.
Hey, I wonder if that's why it crashed.
I kind of doubt it. There's a bigger issue, to be honest. And I don't know. I don't generally think it's a RAM thing. It's something just like giving you a hard time every time it pops up. And I'm sure your startup list is absolutely outrageous long, and there's like about 40 things that could be shut down and forgotten about.
Well, I've got Candy. I've got Candy Crush. That's got to be on there, obviously. Then I've got Tetris. Then there's two or three bots which are basically checking out my shopping habits as well. So I don't think it's as bad as you think it is, actually.
I'm just talking about Windows processors that are working, not your lovable games and your Pokemon Go score. You know what I mean?
Your Pokemon Go's and your kitty things that you all like. You kids
how's
today.
How's that French thing going?
That's not going too bad. It's not going too bad. But keep padding just for a couple more seconds whilst I get the right thing. Whilst I get this on the screen, because I'm going to do it if it fucking kills me. Right.
Me. That's his band. That's okay. I can dig that. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
okay.
That's the roots, man.
So here's the thing, right?
Laptop.
Well, look. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So there's nothing wrong with this list, by the way, and there really isn't. However, as I scrolled down and I went through each of these, I was like, I don't know a lot of these songs. I mean, embarrassingly so. I mean, normally I've got a pretty good idea, but this is kind of like, I know, 70s, 80s rock, like metal rock, I suppose, as opposed to bouncy.
You give me a group name, or are they just like songs?
Well, here we go. Ready? Fortunate Son by Clutch. Are you familiar with that song?
No, but I'm familiar with the song "Unfortunate Son" by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, okay, well, it's the Clutch version of that, apparently. Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy. I know
Thin Lizzy.
Okay, so I'm aware of the artist, just not the song. So Crazy Horses by the Osmonds. Yeah, I knew that one.
The Osmonds?
Yeah, no, seriously, they do some kind of rocky version with it. It's pretty cool.
With Thin Lizzy and the Osmonds, this I gotta listen to this stuff. This is cool.
Love Walked In by a band called Thunder. Now I checked that track out, and I've got to say, wow. I mean, I was like, wow. I mean, not just oh, look, it's another blah 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 blah. It was right, okay. And then I kind of went down a bit. AC/DC, we know. I don't know the tracks though. Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult.
Okay, I know Blue. Yeah, you have to know Blue Oyster Cult.
I know them, but the track Godzilla, never heard of it.
I saw, and who was it? Eminem also did a version of Godzilla, but it was probably a little bit different.
Yeah,
I know that.
Gypsy Road by Cinderella. Now, my initial thoughts were, is this some kind of Disney cover that they're doing?
Disney,
but no,
yeah.
No, there is a kind of, I think they're a 70s band, I guess. But yeah, a lot of cool kind of stuff in there. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I've been checking this list out. I've been listening to it on and off and going, right, okay, let's go and find this on YouTube and see what it's about, that kind of thing. And it's really nice just to go off on a complete musical journey in a direction you would never normally go in. And I do hope he finds his vocalist. If he finds his vocalist, then apparently they're pretty. This is band speak now.
It should be all dudes and leave the chicks out of it, cause they just cause issues. Just of them being chicks. To be honest, if you want to be a successful band, leave the fucking chicks.
If you want to get booked, you need a female front person, or at least a female backing singer. Fact.
Put her as a drummer or the bassist. Yeah, but make her the bassist. Just shut the fuck up, keep the beat, and don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm
been
not.
it's been pretty cool, and I'm now struggling to find the name of the band, because obviously people would be interested in that. I remember.
And I was exactly talking to Asal about that, about the variety of music that we play and all the various interests. And he's like, "Oh, this and that," and I'm like, "Dude, don't worry. Like, it's music. You
Yeah.
made it. You remixed it. You're the artist. You could tell us about it.
Yeah.
You know, and past experience, and you know, you're pleased. You know, feel at home. You know."
So basically, these people are called Blood, Sweat and Cider, which is great for a West Country band as well. So yeah,
Cider.
you should definitely check them out, because they've got a logo and everything. I mean, that's how serious they are.
Just do me one favor. Just please say cider the way you normally say cider.
What, cider? Cider. Cider. Cider.
Hey, give it out R.
Cider.
I love that. I love that.
And look, there's a picture. There's a picture of my cousin on his drums. There he is.
Nice.
That's literally him. So yeah, these people, they seem to be, you know, they know what they're talking about. They've got drums and guitars and
nice little music list.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I mean, good tunes, well-known bands.
yeah.
You know, as long as they do it justice. You
Oh,
know.
I'm sure.
How about you try and reach out and get them on the show, and we'll ask them a couple of questions and play a couple of tunes and do something interesting.
Yeah. Do you know B flat? Because if you don't,
Yes.
if you're not a real musician, if you don't know B flat.
Yes, but B flat is for the bathroom. It's like it works with the tiles and it just like echoes. It's like fucking awesome. It's like a truck horn in a tunnel, you know? It just like lasts forever.
It's like
Well, at least at the City Opera, B flat, you would hit that, forget about it. That would be the most amazing
I was like a
sound that you would
high
ever hear.
A high A. That's impressive vocally. If you can get a high A, that's impressive.
When I was a child, when I used to sing, I used to be able to hit E sharp above high C.
Wow.
Just like if we're talking music, that's like pretty funny the way. And I can't even get close to middle C. You know what I mean?
That doesn't surprise me at all. But there you go.
Yeah.
True story. That broke it up for a bit, didn't it? That's something I don't normally get to talk about.
Interesting. Always interesting.
So, right, what's playing now? Queen, I Want to Break Free. But let's play some Bob Marley, because I'm in a Bob Marley kind of mood.
There, so's my joint. I just started it. Let's go, Bob Marley. My Irie Rastaman.
stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. Isn't all that glitter is gold? After story had never been told, so now you see the light. Hey, you stand up for your right. Come on,
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
most people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything and make everybody feel high. But if you know what life is worth, you will look for yours on earth. And now you see the light, you stand up for your right. Yeah,
Get up, stand up.
yeah, yeah.
Stand up for your right.
Oh,
Get up, stand up.
get up, stand up.
Don't give up the fight.
Life is your right,
Get up, stand
so
up.
we can't give up the fight.
Stand up for your right.
Lord, Lord,
Get up, stand up.
keep us traveling on.
Don't give up the fight.
Yeah,
We're sick and tired of your ism, schism, game, dine and go to heaven in Jesus' name, Lord. We know and we understand. Almighty God is a living man. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now we see the light. What you gonna? We gonna stand up for our rights.
yeah.
So you better get up,
Stand up.
In the morning,
give it up,
Stand up for your right.
stand up
In the
right
night.
now.
Get up. Stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Don't give it up, don't give it up.
Get up. Stand up.
get up, stand up,
Stand up for your right.
get up, stand up,
Get up.
Be an
Stand
enemy
up.
in your neighborhood, yeah.
Get up. Give up the fight.
get up, stand up.
Get up. Stand up. Get up. Stand up. Get up. Stand up.
Get up, stand up.
Get up. Stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up. Stand up.
Get up, stand up.
Get up. Stand up.
Get up, stand up.
Don't give up the fight. Get up. Stand up.
Get up, stand up.
Get up. Stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up. Stand up. Get up. Stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up. Stand up. Get up. Stand up. Get up. Stand up. Get up. Stand up.
All you got is this moment. 21st century's yesterday. You can care all you want. Everybody does, yeah, that's okay, yeah. 'cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. That makes me sweat. That makes me sweat.
The way to do it.
See, I listen to you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, I listen. So.
Do you like this? This is a biograph of the reasons to like France.
But yeah, I get that.
The blue is the food, the red is the wine, and green is the people.
people.
But
Fuck 'em.
moving on.
Yeah. Except for my friend Asa, but again, there are always special people.
There are always special people. Oh, something interesting is going to happen here. Well, hey, good save.
You know, if you were like this, I would have sent you the golf shot with the card with the lady in the sewer.
Okay. Oh, no.
I gotta edit that one. I wish my phone was bigger. There's also that meme bot in the chat box that we could give it commands. And not only that, I even like got a trivia bot in the Discord chat. Did you know that? You didn't even know that.
The things I don't know.
You're always too busy.
Wow.
You're always looking at other pages and other GIFs, you know. And hear me stuck in at home, you know, making content all by myself.
Well, somebody has to, don't they?
Yeah, right.
See, this is one of my many sites where I like to go, and sometimes there's gold, and sometimes there's just rubbish. You know?
Yes, I do now.
Oh, this is fun. Would you like to meet Jesus right now? And then he drives the car off the edge of the cliff.
Exactly. That reminds me of like the joke, I want to die like my grandfather did, peaceful in my sleep, not like his 53 passengers.
That's very good.
There we go. I understand the humor in it, but I said it seriously.
I can't remember what the context was, but something was said the other day to me, and I said, you know, I've got dark humor, but fucking hell.
Really? That surprises me. Well, it would surprise me.
Yeah.
You go for the dark humor sometimes.
I do. If I'm not mistaken, that gaming setup is the reactor core at Chernobyl.
Yes, either that or 3 Mile Island. I was there.
There you go, man. That's a headline for you if ever I've seen one.
But that was a typo. It said her puss, but they misprinted puss. Yeah, poor lady. Make no mistake. I'm the best duelist.
No, that's a Pokemon reference if I've ever seen one.
I don't understand though.
What is up with that plane? That's got to be.
Oh, it's the anti-Jewish joke. Like Jews got big noses. That's blatantly racist, and not all Jews have big noses.
I couldn't agree more. But this is just a picture of a plane. I don't know what exactly.
Now, Jews and money, that's something else.
Isn't this got the radar thing in the front, and that's why it looks like it's got a very big nose, but it's basically the radar thing.
I don't know why, because generally our radars are a lot smaller. I would think that was some specialty kind of device that needed that much room, to be honest. Because like a radar doesn't have to be big today. And if it's an AWACS, that's a huge radar on the back of the jet. That would be specialty equipment. But that was blatantly racist, and you should like thumbs down that shit.
Hang on, you can't have that both ways.
IP daily with the water pistol. I filled it up with wee wee, but I meant.
So we get,
You never did that, like with a friend of yours that you really hated, and you pissed in your water pistol and you just hit him with it.
do you know, I never have, but now you've mentioned it, I'm certainly going to use that in the future.
Do that to your boss after you slam down that fake letter.
What?
We
It's
might disagree, but let's separate as friends.
I mean, if you think that's bad, the kids have just invited me to have a water fight with them in the garden. I told them I'll be right back. I'm just boiling the kettle.
Boiling the kettle. Oh, really? I'll drink liters of water. I'll be right with you with the water weenie.
Do you like this one? The life hack for cutting bagels.
Yeah, stabilization. Yeah, Darwin Award winners for sure.
It only
But I
work-
bled out.
It only works 10 times.
11, you're wrong.
Well, we're having a great deal of fun.
Those are horrifying with those
Ooh.
teeth and stuff. They scare the crap out of me. Yeah, that's a whole kind of paraphilia with the false teeth stuck in shit.
Ooh,
It's like
it's not good.
Scary as oh, frightening. Absolutely frightening. Wow, so the people in the room. B3 Acid playing Conan Exiles. What are you doing in our room? DJ Access playing Idle Big Devil. Why are you not conversating with us and listening? Jamie Pitts. You know what, Jamie Pitts? You're the Pitts. Why aren't you conversating and chatting in the chat box? Like, totally not cool. There, right? Agent X. I'm sure he's listening and just like waiting for us to get around the corner or something like that. Because I know Agent X and he's very secretive about his Agent Xisms. And actually, kind of is a shy guy. I talked to him on the
Agent Xisms. I mean, that's just.
Well, hey, man, it works, man. I make up English as I go along, and you know what? I learned English and grammar very goodly, and I don't mistake ever nearly. I make hardly. Yeah, Yoda. I learned grammar from a newspaper editor, and it was some harsh stuff. If you think Latin is bad, you should try English and conjugate shit. It's like
I before E except after C, you fucking moron.
that gets me on a regular basis when I receive anything, and I always write it wrong. So that's okay.
If you think that's painful, right? If you think that's painful, during the day job, my spell check consistently reverts back to USA. No matter how many times I change the bloody thing, every time USA. So all of my spell checks then get Z's put in where Z shouldn't be. And there's no U's in things like colour.
Or which is for like you write it written often in the document.
Quite often, yes. That does come up in conversation quite often.
But this is why we use the word color and mold, because we know them both. Yes, professionally.
But it's funny because in my country, mold generally won't kill you, whereas in America, apparently your head will fall off if you come into contact with it.
There's some serious molds, though. Black mold, that will get you very, very sick. You know,
It can
it's
do.
not the mold itself, it's the spores that it releases when you just, like, move the air around it.
It's true. It's true. Let's not start talking about that because I can bore you to death.
I'll bet you can't. I bet you we could have a really boring conversation that somebody might die during it, but bore me to death? I don't think so.
Someone the other day put a picture up of some timber which had some woodworm in it. And somebody commented and said, any ideas what this is, guys? And someone said, oh yeah, that's dry rot. You'll need to treat that with so-and-so. And I'm screaming. At this point, I'm screaming. And I'm literally on my should we say, less than professional Facebook profile.
Yeah,
I'm answering this very there's this very professional post in such a way, and I had to DM the guy and go, look, don't be scared by my profile, but I do know what I'm talking about, and here's the reasons why. And by the way, that's not fucking dry rot, it's woodworm. In fact, it's Anobium punctatum, and is basically the cause of something like 75% of the woodworm damage in our country. However, and then I gave him a lesson in woodworm and how to diagnose it. And it was quite an interesting conversation. But anyway, my point is that obviously you look at Dave.
Why don't you ever record any of this stuff and send it? I swear to God, like, I miss out on these Zoom things. Why, like, dude, like, I thought we were almost like family, and I miss all the cool shit, and I have no life, and you know how I like to live vicariously. Wow, this must have been like the most awesome freaking conversation that I would have ever heard. Well, the second most awesome.
Well, you know,
wow.
For some people, it's like listening to paint dry, and then for other people, they get very excited.
Well, those people could like live next door and like not give a shit about whatever, but I would, and I'm sure like you like read it like the Bible, because I know you know what you're talking about. Because I know what you're talking about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've just seen this.
Seen woodworm and a violin. I mean, you have to know what you're talking about, because it sure as shit ain't dry rot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I just saw this, the Kubrick stare. I didn't know that this was the thing. It's one of Stanley Kubrick's most recognisable directorial techniques, a method of shot composition where a character stares at the camera with a forward tilt to convey to the audience the character in question is their peak of derangement. Watch this. That's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about. But the reason I mention it, and the reason I show it, this one here.
I look at people like that anyway. I know. At the bottom.
That.
Bottom right. No.
Well, on the bottom right, no. Mine is
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange.
That's it.
Yeah, well, the one that I'm looking at is Full Metal Jacket. I watched it the other day again. It's one of those where you see the Sergeant Major and you just think this is hilarious. But well, he was actually a real one. He was a real one. Did you know that?
Yes, I do.
That's kind of... So Kubrick went, I need someone who can be a really good Sergeant Major, so just go and get me a Sergeant Major. And apparently he quit his post to go and act in the film and become an actor, and he played several Sergeant Majors apparently over the years.
There you go, man. The method.
But yeah, really interesting. It's almost up there with the Tarantino boot scene, where in every one of his films there's the Tarantino boot shot where he basically has the camera inside the boot. They open the boot, and with the view you see the people looking into the boot.
The boot.
And he does that, I think, in every single one of his films. Every single one.
Listen, like I said, the guy works by a method. And like I said before, many a time, I'd like to see what he could do stepping out of his fucking comfort zone, the big chicken shit.
Well,
this is all I can say.
There was rumor of him directing a Star Trek. He was going to do a Star Trek film, which I would love to see Samuel L. Jackson in that.
I like to see Samuel L. Jackson in anything. He's just like, he's an awesome actor ever since he was in those black-only kind of brother films with the sisters and stuff.
Yeah.
Used to be awesome stuff.
Yeah.
But he's also a very honest man, too.
Yeah, without a doubt. I've got a great sense of humor as well. And, always drawn to people with great sense of humor.
I'm not mistaking, like this Black History kind of show, which I'm like really against that, like Black History kind of shit, because it's just history.
So here we go. I mean? So I managed to find a site here. So this is So this is the Pulp Fiction one. John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson there. This is the Kill Bill Volume 1 version. Which is always quite good. From Dusk Till Dawn. Now, technically, it's not Tarantino's film, technically. Although he's in it, so I don't think that's technically his. Reservoir Dogs.
To be his, you would have to be director or producer, you know what I'm saying?
This is the one from Death Proof. And Inglourious Bastards. So they're not technically a boot shot, but technically the angle shall we say?
Well, I mean, again, if you know your camera, you look back into the old black and white movies, the good ones. You know, Mr. DeMille's, I'm ready for my shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even as a photographer, you know the way to get a shot. And it's kind of funny. I had an audition. You're playing a murderer. And so, like, okay, it's like there is no victim. So what the fuck are you gonna do? I attacked the fucking cameraman. The guy was holding the fucking video. I went after his ass in the fucking room. I didn't get a call back, but hey, man, I had a fucking riot of a laugh, man. Gonna fucking kill you! He didn't know what the hell was going on. You know, yeah, what? Okay, just stand there. No, whatever. Yeah, that whole acting shit is like, again, it's another lesson on who you blow and who you know. I never liked that stuff.
No, it's but anyway, it's really interesting stuff, as you say. So, and it's a particular medium that I'm most interested in because I do enjoy a good film. That's a fact.
Yeah, I like that superheroes that you shot me out. That was pretty good. First season was awesome. Second season was like all kissy. I'm like, fuck it, I want more blood and heads. I like that head squishing lady, and I knew exactly who she was from the beginning. That was the best. I like that head squishing lady. She's my favorite superhero.
You're talking about the boys, aren't you?
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah.
You know, that was. I think I saw an episode. I'm like, what the fuck, shitty superheroes? Get the hell off my TV and my hard disk. And then you told me a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, okay. Ate them up in I think 3 days. I was done. And then I waited for the couple of new ones, and it was really awesome. That head popping lady, I liked her. I thought it might have been the one that ran away from the hospital, but I knew it had to be her because she was popping the heads in that meeting, you know?
Yeah.
It was so good. I liked it. More violence like that.
Yeah, there was that kind of bit at the end. Was kind of, oh wait, she's got hair now. That's who she is. That was really good. Yeah.
And another, also the opening of the movie.
What did I watch?
That guy hits his girlfriend at like high speed velocity, and she like totally disintegrates into like juice. And the way that was done with like the one flick of the blood and really slow, and yeah, that was you know what? Well done, very well done.
I did like in season 1 with the Invisible Man, and they got him in the electric cage. That was very clever.
That invisible dude was the funniest thing, especially when he let him go, and then he talked shit and he hit the butt.
Yeah.
That was and you saw nothing explode. It was, you know what I mean?
You just saw the splat.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see the resolution of the fishy dude with his fake wife, and like what's going on there is like something really weird.
Yeah.
That religion. I could see how you compared it to the other show that we were
Preacher.
Preacher, yeah.
Oh, see, I really loved it, but I really did feel it lost its way a bit on season 3. It kind of didn't know where it was going, and they were just trying anything, weren't they? There was that kind of the best part of that entire thing, where all of the Jesuses are like lemmings, and they're just all walking to their deaths because they've never been out before.
I thought that was like so funny. Not only the way it was portrayed, but like the actual deeper meaning of what it was really about, and like the search of God and who we are. And I thought it was so funny with those Jesuses. Like you said, even an ugly guy's part, they have a place in the movie. Yeah, but he's always cast as the ugly guy. Just remember that. You know what I mean? And you don't want to go down in infamy for the ugliest Oscar goes to the ugliest guy. You know, I wish they gave an award for that. You know, that would be pretty cool. The ugliest actor.
It was really well done. So we are going to have to wind it up though, because we are 1 minute left of the show, and boom, there it went again.
Bummer.
Yeah. it's just
Well,
like that.
see you tomorrow on Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, yeah, tomorrow on Sunday, which comes around a lot quicker than it used to. We'll do this all over again, slightly better though, because we get better at it every time that we do it. And then maybe if I do find some time, I might have a proper look at the big beast of a computer and find out why it crashes every now and again. Maybe do
Hit me up when you do that, and I will be more than happy to render tech aid with whatever I know.
You are very kind, good sir. In the meantime, we shall bid our listeners good evening and goodbye, and we'll catch you all next time.